Cheers. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, yes. Wow. I've never had this flavor before, but it's banging. Spiced pear. Yes, please. Okay, what is up? Welcome to the live. First time doing this, so I'm mega excited, and I've got a lot of snacks and drinks that I would consider awesome on a road trip. Some of them I've never ever tried before, but some of them are gonna not be popular. I have some really good road trip snacks, and I want you to rate them while I try them. M&M's crunchy because they're the best flavor. Don't at me about peanut. I honestly have two bags of drinks and snacks. Who's tried Gatorade? Mountain Dew. I've never tried it, saw it, thought it was interesting. So some stuff I've never tried, and some other stuff is going to be controversial. Also, ask me driving questions because I'm a driving instructor. Hi, I'm Francis the instructor. Boom. This, though, is a winner. This is the first thing I've tried. I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to need an energy drink. Spiced pear Red Bull. Who knew? Never had this before, but it's an absolute winner. Not sponsored by Red Bull, but Red Bull, if you're interested, let's go. And this is a special one. I used to live in Spain. Things we didn't know about Francis. I used to live in Spain, and in Spain, the Lipton's is just a standard drink. It's just everybody drinks Lipton's. It's a thing. And over here, it's not really a thing, which is a massive shame. Okay, I think that might be a good place for snacks to go. Also, welcome to the new studio. If you're involved in the channel and you've seen the recent videos, I've been doing studio commentary, and it's been going really well. I'm really enjoying the studio commentary vibes. If you guys are enjoying it too, let me know in the comments. And yeah, so this is why I've built a new studio. The old one was my old Zoom background. Do you remember when we did COVID and stuff? COVID happened and everyone was doing Zooms all over the place. And it was like, oh, okay, need a kind of a good Zoom background because I'm a video guy and I didn't want to just blur the background and sit in bed. That's not cool. So I built a Zoom background and now I'm doing studio commentary. It didn't quite fit the bill anymore. So, hey, YouTube Lite, yes, please. This is in place of the play button until I get the silver one off YouTube. Fake trees, replacement fake trees for the old fake trees. Saw this in IKEA, kind of liked it. And so I don't have to wear glasses. There's glasses on my head. Studio, that's the studio tour, done. Oh, also new lighting. New lighting's cool. And yeah, studio's great. Okay, let's crack open some more of these snacks. Mountain Dew is one I especially really want to try because we just don't have that here. Okay, it's just like Fanta Lemon. Slightly disappointing. Thought it was going to be like a game changer. Americans love this stuff. I don't know. I watch a lot of YouTube obs, and we see them drinking it all the time. Mountain Dew. Like honestly, I had 2 bags worth of road trip snacks. Let me just pull everything out. Oreo bites, Haribo jelly beans. Caitlin says watermelon all day. Wait right there. Juneberry. Nope. Oh, maybe I didn't get watermelon. I thought I did. Tropical fruits. There's a lot of Red Bull because if you're going on a road trip, you need a lot of Red Bull and energy drinks. The others are available. Monster. Right. Yeah. Cool. Especially if it's a really long road trip because you've got to stay awake. Especially if it's at night. If it's at night, you're gonna wanna stay awake because driving at night can be stressful. If you're driving on a road trip, Vitamin Hit, great. And Oasis is actually so underrated. So underrated. It's the best drink. Like, okay, so me, I'm weird. I go to McDonald's. That's not weird. That's not the weird bit. The weird bit is on the meal deal, it's got to be an Oasis. It's the best drink McDonald's has. You can tell I go to McDonald's a lot, right? Comments. Nice studio. Thank you, Uncle Bob. Pfizer, failed your test yesterday. Damn, sorry to hear that, man. What happened? Tell me what happened. Vel Sol says watermelon is so nice. Watermelon is so nice. I failed. I didn't get the watermelon flavor, but I have a ton of other Red Bull. Oh, the blue Red Bull is like a Tango Ice Blast. Is it? I quite like a Tango Ice Blast in cinema. Cheers. It's good, but it's not as good as the spiced pear. This one, spiced pear is better. Cheers. Oasis is the best drink. Vel Sols, definitely. Oasis is an elite drink, so underrated. Why don't everyone drink Oasis? Clint Brook, good afternoon. Welcome to the live. First live in the new studio. First live full stop. First taste of the new studio, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the new studio. This is going to be where I do all of the studio commentary from now on all of the on-demand YouTube videos. And yeah, I'm really excited about this. McLaren heart-shaped cushion, fake trees, YouTube button, and sunglasses. Great. If anyone's got any driving questions, then ask me. Otherwise, let's crack on with road trip sweets and snacks. Who's seen all of Eva's videos? Hands up if you've seen all of Eva's videos. Eva's favorite sweets are jelly beans. Kind of weird. That's kind of weird, right? Jelly beans is your favorite sweet. By the way, last video with Eva is this Sunday. I have been editing that. It's so good. It's so good. And it's her last, she's actually taken her driving test. Eva's now taken her driving test. It's the last mock test this Sunday, and you'll find out whether she passed or failed. No spoilers in this chat. Clint Brook, am I going to be doing another series of driving school? Scarlett's Driving School. It was so fun. We've done 2 series already. If you watch Scarlett's Driving School, that was probably the most fun I've had on camera. Scarlett Moffat is lovely. All of the guys were really nice. And I got to live in a hotel for 6 weeks and talk about driving. The best time of my life, literally. And I don't know if there's going to be a series 3 coming. I know that the BBC were talking to Scarlett about it. And we'll see what happens. It's not up to me. She's the star. Tangfastics, Clint. Haribo Tangfastics. Yeah, the sour ones. Sour ones are the best sweets. I've got something exciting in my hand right now. I don't know if you know about this. Clint Brook, you watched them all. Thank you, man. What did you think? Who was your favorite participant? And yeah, I think we should come back for series 3 for sure. Starburst jelly beans are the best. What's the difference between Starburst jelly beans and Haribo jelly beans? I just tried one. Yeah, not a massive fan. Mogu Mogu, next. Mogu, oh, actually that one was really nice. That's an orange one. If I had a road trip going on and those were on the passenger seat, they'd be gone. Just the orange ones. These are Mogu Mogu. And I was on Mogu Mogu before it was popular, before it came on TikTok. You could get these from my local Chinese shop, and it's basically just juice with bits in, like big bits, nata de coco, and it says on the side, you gotta chew. I could have got all of the flavors. There's so many flavors, but lychee is the best one. Lychee is by far the most elite flavor of Mogu Mogu. If you haven't tried Mogu Mogu, then you're sleeping on this. On a road trip, Red Bull, Mogu Mogu. Both of those 2 things. On my first driving test, my instructor failed to turn up. So I reported her and got her to pay for my next test. Okay, well, that's nice of her to pay for your next test, because like legit, she could have just said, stuff you. So that's outrageous. Wow. You didn't even get to go on your first driving test and you're probably really ready for it. Psych yourself up. That's pretty lame of your driving instructor, I'll be honest. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. Prime drinks, they are the best. Kevin Major. Okay, Kevin. Stop right there. Prime drinks are not the best. Sorry. Prime drinks are Weak AF. I tried one. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was red. Do they even have flavors or are they just colors? I think it was the red one. It tasted like arse. I'm sorry. Prime is not Prime. Okay, Prime might be good, but not for me. I don't know how they got away with that going so viral because, bro, have you tried Oasis? Like, Oasis is so tasty. Let me crack open the Oasis. Also, just because I'm really sorry about all the plastic waste, I also have water in, like, to offset my plastic waste. I'm going to also be drinking water so that I don't die from all of the Red Bull. This is a new water bottle, thanks to Kevin. Kind of leaky though. So I don't know how much water I'm going to be drinking. Vel Souls, on roundabouts, my instructor tells me to take roundabouts really wide on first and second exits, and it feels like I'm rushing with my hands to exit. Any tips? Yeah, that's definitely a good tip. Like, you got to take the outside of the roundabout, the left side, when you're taking, when you're going left or straight. So if you're not turning right, as in past 12 o'clock on the roundabout, you got to keep to the outside. That's really important. If you go to the inside of the roundabout, you will absolutely fail or potentially fail your driving test. So inside of the roundabout for turning right, outside of the roundabout. So you do have to steer around the outside of the roundabout. Definitely your instructor's not talking rubbish on that one. But if you're rushing your hands, slow down. You're going too fast for your ability level if you're rushing your hands, for sure. And there's nothing wrong with going around it slowly. People go around it fast because they're in a hurry and they want to get around the roundabout quickly and onto their destination. But if you're a learner, you've got L plates on, definitely don't try and keep up with other cars on the roundabout. Okay, I'm trying to open this. Who knows what this is? Ledge chocolate. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. Bounty FTW. Absolutely, Bounty is winning the chocolate all day long. In a box of celebrations, what's your most eaten sweet? Mine's Bounty. Does that make me weird? I like what I like, and I'm not sorry. How much do I charge for a mock test? Kevin, what is up, Kevin Major? It depends if it's a private mock test or a filmed mock test. I do some private mock tests if someone doesn't want to be on camera. It's okay. It's not for everyone, but it's different. Bring out the sandwiches, says Caitlin. Cool. Didn't get any sandwiches. Absolute fail. Do you know what as well? Sandwiches are one of my favorite things to eat. And if it was a road trip, I would either get sandwiches or chicken wings, but you don't want to see me sitting on camera and eating chicken wings. Nope. So I didn't get chicken wings from KFC because KFC are the most legendary chicken wings. And sandwiches. What's my favorite sandwich? BLT, for sure. But probably not super suitable for a road trip. Okay, let's try and smash down some more of this Red Bull. I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to need this Red Bull before we do live streams. Aaliyah Sky, is Laura come back to the channel? No, she's not. Laura is now not with Driving School TV. She's doing her own thing. But thanks for the question. Okay, I think that I'm going to redeem myself. Apologies for Bounty, Caitlin. Don't be offended. I can redeem myself, though. Oreo bites, let's go. Kevin says, cool, I'd rather have a private driving test besides the video. Yeah, I know. It's like being on camera is not for everyone, for sure. Like, I really enjoy it. That's how come, I guess, Scarlett's Driving School happened on BBC. But yeah, it's definitely not for everyone. And I get that, especially with like the pressure it put you under, or you might say something silly. I say a lot of silly things. One day I might do a compilation of all the dumb stuff that I've edited out of a video that I've said. Maybe one day. If you're here for it, then hit a like on the video. I knew these are good because I've had these before. Road trip snacks. The problem is, I'm not actually on a road trip. But this is for science. So we can test out the best road trips so you know what to get on your road trip. All the energy drinks, definitely. Immunity, because vitamins are good. I'd say Gatorade, leave it, or Mountain Dew. I'm guessing, why did I get Maybe I should have got a Gatorade. Maybe that's the American one, and Mountain Dew's not. I would, yeah, that can go in the bin. Lipton's, for sure, super hydrating. This, I haven't opened this yet. Fizzy, strawberry, laces. I think if I was going to get one sweet for the rest of my life, it'd have to be something fizzy. There's just something about the fizzy sweets that are really good. Have I filmed in Essex much? Kirtik Patel. Not very much, but I did something really cool on Sunday, and I'm going to tell you about it after I try this immunity. I did something well cool, and it was in Essex on this Sunday just gone, and it's coming to your screen soon. Dragon fruit and yuzu, Ceylon tea and zinc. Okay, don't get this. That's not good. Even if it's got vitamins, maybe just have a banana and an orange. Nope. Can I speak with an American accent? Good day, mate. No, that's Australian. Give me something to say in American and I'll try it. I can't think of an American accent right now. I'm thinking of, what's his name? Donald Trump. And I definitely can't do the Donald Trump accent. Give me something to say in American and I'll say it. Essex. So yes, I filmed this weekend on private land, a closed track with my 15-year-old son. And he drove around actual roads, actual roundabouts, actual bays, parking, everything. Sport mode happened, fourth gear happened, all of it. It was great, great video. I'm going to edit that soon, but this weekend is going to be Eva's time, and you're going to find out if she passed or failed her driving test, and it's going to be awesome. Wait, is it going to be awesome? Who knows? No spoilers in this chat at all. Let's try and have some more water without spilling it. Can I have some water with butter, please? Can I have some water with butter, please? Jericho, there you go. Are you actually American, Jericho? Rate my American accent 0 out of 10. Thank you. Okay, water's super refreshing. Definitely if you're on a road trip, have water. Because, actually maybe not. Because then you'll need to stop for the toilet quite a lot. I don't know. I do have that problem on a road trip. Like when I go on a road trip, then service stations, every single one. Also because they're fun. NYC, cool. New York, oh my God. Okay, so Jericho, you're now my top chatter. Thank you. So let me know, because I've always wanted to go to America. Always, for road trips, for it looks exciting on Friends. Kevin Major's American as well. What is up, guys? I've always wanted to go to America. Thank you, Jericho. I did good. Because it just looks so awesome on Friends. Like when it's Friends and winter and Christmas, it looks amazing. And also Home Alone, right? Outside the hotel, it's snowing. That's like what we picture as America at Christmas. But then I watched a video on YouTube. Can't remember the guy's name. Let me see if I can find it. And I was like, okay, this is not the America that I thought it was. What's his name? Tyler Oliveira. I watch a lot of YouTube. Who's seen Tyler Oliveira? And America just looks like, no disrespect, but it looks like a bit of a slum in some places, like the ghettos and the mad homelessness problem. It just made me really sad to watch that video, to watch all of his videos. I binged Tyler Oliveira. If you haven't seen Tyler Oliveira, then recommend. Hopefully America's not all like that, and it's just he does the most sensational pieces. Friends is elite. Vel, yes, you're absolutely right. Balaam, what is up? Yes, my first ever live. Well, no, not technically, no, not my first ever live. Oreo bites. It's not. I go live all the time. TikTok. First ever live on YouTube, though, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Okay. America chat. Keep going because I want to know the real America. Is it a fault if I stop at a giveaway line, even if it's clear? This is the one thing that winds me up the most on mock tests. When people come to me for mock tests, they haven't been taught by me. So they've been taught by anyone, mum, dad, friends, family, driving instructor, whoever. And the one thing that winds me up the most is getting to the giveaway line, stop. They look down at the gears, they go into first gear, then they look right and left. Dude, why didn't you just go into first gear on the way up to the giveaway line? Then we could have looked right and left and gone. It's not a fault unless you miss. So people worry about hesitation quite a lot. It's not something to really, really, really worry about, because you'll only get hesitation if you miss a really clear gap. And even then, it's only a minor. If you're sitting at a roundabout for 5 minutes, obviously you're gonna fail your driving test for sure, because you weren't able to enter the roundabout. But if you get to a giveaway line, there's nothing coming, and you miss it by like 5 seconds, or you miss a couple of gaps that were like borderline, you're not going to fail your driving test. And even if you get a minor for hesitation, who cares? You've got 14 more to play with. Yeah, you can get 15 driver faults and still pass your driving test. It's insane. Very generous. So if the driving element of the driving test is like 30 minutes, that's one mistake every 2 minutes. You're not going to fail for minors. I've never actually had anyone that's failed for minors. So don't worry about the minors, worry about the majors. It's not like that at all, Jericho. Oh, you're you're American. Okay, cool. It's not like that at all. I'm guessing that you've seen Tyler Oliveira as well, and your face was like, because that's how I was like. I'm not sure America's for me after all. Hopefully that's just like a small part of America, and Biden is doing something to. I had to think who's the American president then. Hopefully Biden's doing something to stem the problem and make it better, because it looks really sad. Really, really sad. Balam, what is up? Francis what's the best first car? Alto or Skoda Fabia? What, like out of those two, and I can't choose any others? Damn. Like two trash cars. Sorry. Shade on the Alto and Skoda, on the Fabia. Suzuki Alto and Skoda Fabia, I think. Man, I couldn't drive a Skoda. Bad childhood memories of like trash cars, having to sit in trash cars. So I'd have to choose the Suzuki Alta just for that alone. But wait, is the Suzuki Alta what I'm thinking? Quick Google search. Alta car. Okay. No, it's not. I don't know what an Alta is. So maybe if it's also a Skoda, then yeah. Then no. For best first car, let's go. Okay, let's go. Let's actually go. Best first car, the Polo, any small hatchback, Polo, Corsa, Fiesta. Those are the big top three. Like if you go with a Ford Fiesta, imagine how many parts there are. How many Ford Fiestas are knocking around in England? Bloody loads. So if you go with a Fiesta and something happens to your car, you're going to be able to get parts anywhere. If you go with an Abarth 595 Competizione and something goes wrong, you're going to have to get parts shipped from Italy. Like, it's ridiculous. Go with a car that's really common. I'm not sorry about my car choices, though, at all, because I bloody love my car. Remember, go Rhodey. Laura and Shannon, no, we don't work together anymore, because Laura decided to go her own way, which is cool. She's doing mega well, and pleased for her. Thanks for the question, Bellum. Patrick Curtis, hey buddy, just recently found your channel and it really helped me with motorway driving. Yes, I've done quite a lot of motorway videos, which have been really fun. I quite like doing motorway lessons. Motorway lessons are probably one of my favorite type of lessons as well, because you get to go fast. It's something that you as a student can feel like really accomplished with after you finished. After you finished a motorway drive, you feel amazing. Like, damn, I just drove that fast. It's insane. So motorway drives are the one, and I've got a lot of motorway driving videos, so watch them. And thank you, Patrick. Chris Gray, do you think the minors limit should be changed, and if so, what to? Ooh, that's a good question. That's a really good question. Thank you, Chris. I think that the minors limit should stay as it is. I think that, okay, maybe controversial, but here's what I think should happen to the driving test. I think that majors and minors should still happen, but none of them should be a failure, right? Because if you do something that is technically a major, but your driving's amazing, the examiner's got to fail you. I think that's kind of unfair. So in Sweden, they have a system. Switzerland. In Switzerland, they have a system where you get marked down for your faults and they write it down, but it doesn't mean anything. So you can learn from it afterwards, but the examiner has the final say in whether they think you're safe enough to be on the road. And I think that's a really, 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 really good system, because if the examiner thinks you're really good at driving, but you did something that's technically like, oh, you drove at 35 miles an hour in a 30, technically you should have failed, but actually you're a wicked driver and you just realized late. So I don't think the minors limit should be changed. It's really generous because minors don't really matter too much. Are you signaled late? Who cares? Jay Zeno, is a Vauxhall Astra a good first car? I used to have an Astra. Great car. Great car. And I think an Astra, potentially because it's got more safety features, might be a good car than a Corsa, which is the smaller little brother to an Astra. But I think that maybe a Corsa might be a better car because it will have a smaller engine, which will mean that your insurance prices are much, much, much cheaper. And that's what we want, right? Cheaper insurance, because no one wants to pay too much for essentially an email. That's all you get. You get an email. That's it. Obviously, you don't want to use your insurance. That's when it comes into play where insurance is useful. But you pay like $2,000 and they give you an email. Absolute liberty. Balam, all this America chat. You should do a live podcast type with Driving with Miles. Who's Driving with Miles? Oh, read the rest of the comment and I'll find out. He is American and a driving instructor there on YouTube too. Do you know what? I was actually talking to a guy in America called Big Mac Sam. His YouTube channel is really cool and he's in New York City, NYC, home of Friends. And I was like, yeah, man, your videos are sick. And I wanted to hook up with him, but obviously he's like a million miles away and I don't have a Starship from SpaceX. So yeah, that wasn't going to happen. Caitlin says Peugeot. Get in the bin. Peugeot, no thanks. Mad Mickey, if I fail a hill start, would that be a minor or serious? It depends how you failed it. I love these driving questions, guys. Thank you. I've completely got distracted from the fact that this is a Road Trip Snacks live and I'm just supposed to be yamming my way through Red Bull and chocolate. But absolutely here for all of the driving questions because that is literally my job. Spice Pear is so far my favorite drink that I've tried. If you fail a hill start, it depends what you would fail a hill start for or what you did on the hill start. If you rolled back a couple of inches, no, that'll be fine. They probably wouldn't even mark it. If you were on a hill with a car behind you and you rolled back a meter and the examiner had to press their brake to stop you sliding back into another car, yes, you would fail. If you're by the side of the road and you rolled back a couple of meters but recovered well and there was nothing behind, if you did all of the checks and all of the observations, then you probably just get away with a minor. So it depends how serious it is, how dangerous it is. It could go from no fault to serious. But practice hill starts and you won't need to worry about it. I love hill starts. It's a really fun lesson. Most instructors teach it with a handbrake and it's really clunky and really slow. And it's like, oh, just feet. I don't know anybody who could actually drive. Obviously, I know a lot of people who can drive. And I don't know anybody who uses a handbrake on a hill start, like actual drivers. So yeah, as soon as you start doing it with your feet, then you start feeling pro. Next, Polo, Volkswagen Golf and all are common, decent first cars. My bad there. No, you're good. You're good. Obscure cars are. Do you know what? I really want to know what the Alto is now. Alto. Can someone tell me what an Alto is? Alto. Car price in India was the first thing that come up. Maruti Alto. Do you know what? I've never actually seen this car before. I'm Googling and I have. Oh, it's a Suzuki. Okay. It's a Suzuki. Do you know what? I drive that over. I would drive that over a what was the other one? A Skoda Fabia. Gross. I'm going to show you guys. Here it is. Suzuki Alto. Images. Boom. It is kind of a gross car. It's kind of a gross car, but better than a Skoda for sure. If you drive that, let me know. Actually, for a first car, you do want a gross car. You want a gross car because then you don't care about it when you inevitably curb it or scratch it or crash it or something. You're going to want something that's not too nice and fancy because if it's something amazing like a Abarth 595 Competizione, you're going to be really sad when you crash it. But yes, Balam, Polo, Volkswagen Golf are all common, decent first cars. Jericho, do you follow any driving instructors on YouTube? Yes, definitely. Love Aman from Clearview. She's a ledge. We've worked together and she gave me, do you know what? I wouldn't be on TikTok if it wasn't for Aman. This is a story I don't think I've told on YouTube before, but I was never on TikTok. I used to not like TikTok because it is super toxic, and it still is quite a toxic place to be. But she was bugging me for a long time, like, get TikTok, get TikTok, get TikTok. What's wrong with you, Francis? Why are you still not on TikTok? Like, you smash TikTok. Get TikTok, Francis, get TikTok. She didn't sound like that. And then I got TikTok, and I was like, I've been missing out for so long. This platform is quite good. So thank you to Aman. Definitely watch her channel. Well, if you already watch Aman, for sure, she's a ledge. But that's why I have TikTok. Fun story. Best way to pass a UK driving test is to relax, for sure. Avoid the pressure on yourself and avoid the wait for a test. So it's hard to avoid the wait for a test. Don't put pressure on yourself. Well, it's hard. It's really hard to avoid the wait for a test. Unless you pay like £300 for a driving test, like, how else do you get a driving test? It's really difficult to avoid the wait. What's your favorite Red Bull flavor? I've only tried 2 of them so far. Tropical fruit might be the next one to try. Haven't finished the Juneberry one either, so there's going to be a lot of... I'm just going to be wired. No sleep for me tonight. If you've got a lesson with me tomorrow, this is why. I'm really tired. Oh, that's like pineapple-y. That's amazing. Not as good as the pear, though. Okay, Mikhail, I have my 4th driving test on Friday. Any tips to pass it? 4th, good luck. Don't put pressure on yourself and just have fun with it. Like, the examiners aren't there to fail you. They're there to pass you. But if you do something dangerous or silly, then they will fail you. The best way to feel about your driving test is just like, Big Mac Sam's online. Yes, bro. What's going on? I was just talking about you. You must have heard, because, yeah, you're a million miles away and I don't have a Starship from SpaceX. But tips to pass your driving test, yes. Like, just be confident. And this is the #1 tip I don't think I've ever given out on YouTube, but I give out to my learners. Like, confidence is the key. When you get a driving test coming up, it's so easy for doubt to creep in to your head and like, oh, what if this comes up? What if that comes up? Here's what you do. Every night, you might feel silly, but you're the only person in the room. Get in front of a mirror. Ask yourself the question, like, to yourself, can you drive? Yeah, I can, yeah. Every time you hit a mirror, every time you go to the bathroom, every time you go to the toilet, every time you wake up, go to bed, you're in front of a mirror. Can you drive? Yeah, I can. Just confirm it to yourself. Like, that positive self-talk is the one. Like, don't doubt yourself. Be positive, be confident. You know you can drive, otherwise you wouldn't be taking a driving test. Like, so be confident in your ability and you're going to pass much more easily. Big Mac Sam, legend from New York. Yes, bro, we should definitely do a hookup. Like, I don't know, if you come on holiday to England, let me know. If I go on holiday to America, you're the first person I'm going to hit up, and we are driving around New York, and it's going to be badass. Big Mac Sam, I think you missed my American accent earlier. But Jericho said it was awesome. Thanks. Nice to see you, man. Suzuki Alto, a 2009 model. Yeah, what I just showed you on my phone. That is Balam's car choice, for sure. TikTok is common with young people nowadays. It is. It's really common. It's really, really popular. I'm doing really well on TikTok, to toot my own horn. Yeah. But yeah, thanks, Aman, for pushing me, because I wouldn't have done it without your push. Big Mac Sam, he's been listening. Nice one, man. Maybe we should hook up a podcast or something. Like, there's definitely something we can do. I'm sure you can do joint live streams. Can we do joint live streams like Big Mac Sam and Francis the Instructor? That would be awesome. Big Mac Sam and Driving School TV give out driving school tips from across the pond. I can work on a better title than that for sure if you give me 2 minutes. But yeah, he's like, his videos are sick. Click his profile, save him, follow him. And if you want to know what it's like driving in America and learning in America, check out Big Mac Sam. Kevin Major, have I ever done a YouTube video with Aman? She's a driving instructor on YouTube. I love all her videos. I'm one of her top fans. Oh, nice. I have done videos with Aman from Clearview. That's the lady I was just talking about who pushed me into TikTok. Forced me at gunpoint into TikTok, not really. And yeah, we've done a couple of videos together, some on her channel and some on mine. So check them out later. Great to see me live. Nice one, Sam. Ricardo Portwood. Hey, Francis Legend. Ricardo, no, you're the legend. I'm absolutely amazing. I'm really nervous about my driving test, but just trying to be positive. Ricardo, be positive. Oh, the Red Bull bubbles have got me now. This is like drinking on live, but actually not alcoholic. Great. Maybe that'll be what I do next time. Oh, driving instructor gets drunk live on YouTube. No, maybe not. Yeah, be positive. Being positive, Ricardo, is the top tip to pass your driving test for sure. Like, if you're not positive, then as soon as you get in with the examiner and they're not bigging you up, like when you drive around with your driving instructor, they're going to be like, yeah, you're amazing. Yeah, you did that roundabout really well. Yes, that junction was sick. And if your driving instructor is not bigging you up, then find a new one. But as soon as you get out with the examiner and they're silent, they're tapping on their iPad, tap, 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 doubt creeps in. So being positive is the key. Know that you've done something really well. When you do a roundabout really well, big yourself up. Oh, yes, Ricardo, that was sick. Chris Gray, what is it that's causing the wait? Is it the backlog from COVID or a lack of examiners or both? I suppose it is both, you suppose. Chris, yeah, man, it's like the backlog from COVID. We were out of driving tests for about 2 years, just under, maybe 16 months. And yeah, like in those times, there's still people turning 17. So there's more people eligible to drive and wanting to drive. So the backlog just caught up, and we've caught up with theory tests. It was really easy. They just put more computers in the computer centers. Sorted the problem, but they can't put more examiners in the test centers for one simple reason: being an examiner is a rubbish job. No shade on examiners. Here's why: they don't get paid enough. And actually think about what their job is. It's kind of boring. Like, you have to drive around the same routes all day long. You actually can't talk to people. You can't get to know people. You have to fail people. Like, if someone comes and they really, really want to drive, but they weren't able to pass the driving test, then you have to tell them that they failed, which must feel so sucky for you as a driving examiner. And then people are like, no, and try and argue back with you. And it must be so sad to be a driving examiner, and they don't get paid enough. So if the government, that's why they're on strike. So if the government paid a little bit more for driving examiners, or a lot more, for sure, make it a lot more, then more people would want to be driving examiners, and then we'd have more driving examiners, and then we'd get through the backlog. Damn, I should be president or prime minister. I'd only fix driving tests though, so probably not. Ricardo, but I do commentary driving every single time. You are the absolute legend. Thank you, Ricardo. If you haven't seen the commentary driving video, watch it because it's actually sick. That's a video I'm really proud of. Not that I'm not proud of all of them, but that one especially, for sure. Uncle Bob, the reason I failed my first driving test was because I never ate a banana. Second time, I had 3 bananas and passed with one minor at Wood Green. Oh, well done. Wood Green's actually a horrible test center. I've been there. It's like really difficult. The road's not horrible, but the roads there are quite tricky. Through that town center, hard. Well done. And yes, it must have been the banana, and you smashed down 3, so that's why you passed. Ricardo, I drive with my dad in our automatic Golf. It's amazing. It's to be my car when I pass. I love a Golf. I've driven a Golf. I actually reviewed a Golf on YouTube. It's on the channel. So if you want to know what it's like driving a Golf, then watch that too. If I had to give away only one piece of advice to pass a driving test, what would you say? Only one. Oh, it might be commentary, but I've already said that. So let me think of something else. Big Mac Sam just had a phone call. Yes, we can definitely meet up. If you ever come to New York, that'll be an experience. It will. Yes, Big Mac Sam, it will be an experience. Let's go for the Oasis because refreshing. Oh, so underrated. Actually, the most legendary drink. Do you get this in America? I don't know. Maybe it's called something else. Sea Sail. I don't know. I just read Oasis backwards. Yeah, the one piece of driving advice would be, apart from commentary driving and apart from positive self-talk, take more practice than you need. Like, okay, fine. It sounds like you want to pass as cheaply and as quickly as possible. But actually, with that strategy, you're probably going to pass slower, and it's going to take more time and more money. Because if you're not quite there, but you can drive with your instructor, okay, yeah, you can drive with your instructor and probably pass a mock test. But when you get in with the examiner, when the nerves shoot up, your skill level drops. So I don't know. Definitely take more practice than you need to, because you won't be as good at driving on a driving test, guaranteed, as you are with your instructor. So take lots of practice. Auto license or manual, time constraint to get licenses. What's the best option? If you're on a time constraint and you actually don't care, then go for auto. Like, actually doesn't matter. It only matters if you really, really care about cars and you want to be able to drive a nice car. That's when it really, really matters, right? If you don't care about driving and you just want a car to pop to Sainsbury's, I talk about manual being the best all the time, and it is. But if you don't really care about driving and you just want a car to go Nando's, on a weekend, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what car you've got, for sure. But manual for the win all day long. If you care about cars and you like nice cars like this is a McLaren MP4-12C. It's my favorite car in the whole damn wide world. Manual, do manual. Short talk about the driving test examiners. Ask me questions about the examiners, because examiners are all different. They're all just human. Like if you get an examiner whose dog's just died, then they're probably going to be in a bad mood. Like, they're just human. But if you can talk to the examiner and make them like you and find some common ground, then you're probably going to have an easier driving test, because that is just a normal human thing. If I like you, I'm probably going to be more lenient with you. So chat to them, find common ground, and be friendly, be polite, be courteous. Treat them like humans, because they are human. And when a human likes you, you're more likely to get the job, get the interview, get the placement, get the job, get the driving license. So it's just normal psychology. Examiners are human and they are bribable. They're not. That's a joke. Cut that out of the stream. This is why I don't do live streams. This is why I only make editable videos, because I'll say something and go, you just can't say that on YouTube. That was a joke. You can't bribe examiners. Would I recommend a crash course? Yes, I would recommend a crash course. So this is a new studio. This is a brand new studio. I've just built this today. YouTube light, McLaren, new fake trees, stuff. And clearly some of the lighting needed charging more. Crash course, it depends. Like, crash courses used to be really good, but I don't know if they still are right now, because you need to have a test at the end of your crash course. I hear too many people, having taken a crash course, don't have an actual driving test at the end of it. And then you've got a whole week's worth of driving you can drive, but then your test isn't for another 3 or 4 months. That's kind of pointless, because then you've just got to take more lessons. Wow, I've been going for 42 minutes. This is a banging cup, but it kind of leaks. Just needed some water refreshment. 42 minutes. God, bloody I can talk. Yeah, I don't think crash courses are a really, really good idea anymore, unless you've got a driving test at the end of it. Some crash courses, I think, like 5-day, they can get you a test at the end of your crash course. So maybe, but probably not anymore. Still taking people for mock tests. Yes, I am, Joshua. Mock tests are one of my favorite things to do in a car. On YouTube, definitely. Random people that ask on IG, by the way. Random people do ask on IG, and it's just quite sad that I can't help everybody. I get a lot of IG DMs. So if you've asked me something on IG and I've missed it, it's probably because you've messaged and then 20 more people messaged after, and I apologize. It's not intentional. Don't rush your road test. I've seen many people fail many times doing it that way. Big Mac Sam with the golden advice. Get on his channel as well, especially if you're in New York, because that content's really relevant to you. Legendary. He's really fun. Like, his videos are so fun. He's got like the greatest energy. Ricardo is top chatter today. One of the learners on DGN did a driving crash course. Sick. I like DGN. That's one of the other YouTube channels that I watch. DGN with Pin is a great watch if you want to see some hilarious fails. See you, Mark. I'm actually going to go in a minute, but like, last questions, ask the last questions, then cool. And I'm going to go and charge that light. I love when you say that with commentary driving, how reassured they will be about your forward planning. Yeah, forward planning is probably another really good tip. Definitely another really good tip. Francis, so surprised to see you on YouTube Live. Your videos really help. Yeah, I'm surprised to see you on YouTube Live as well, but enjoying it and like hanging out with you guys. And I might do this more often if I have more reason to. Maybe, do you know what? I might just do this more often just to help you guys. I didn't announce this. I just have finished building the studio and I thought I'd test to see what it looks like on camera, and I hit live. And here we are. And you know what? Yeah, I might do this more often because these questions are fun. I quite like answering driving questions. Should I do this more often? Yes or no? In the comments. Go. Thank you. Joe Wood, I've got my driving test in a week and only been learning for 2 months. What are some specific things I should focus on? Planning ahead. is what most people fail on. Like, you could say it's junctions, you could say it's overtaking, you could say it's lane changes, but everything comes down to planning ahead. If you didn't plan it in advance, you're probably going to fail on it for sure. I actually made a video about how mean these examiners can be. Just don't take it personal. Oh, Big Mac Sam with the examiner shade. Sure, yes. I didn't make a video about how mean examiners are, because then when I turn up to driving test centers, they would hate me. Big Mac Sam, you are just confident AF. Observation is still the #1 fail. Probably is, yeah. At junctions, yeah, I can imagine that for sure. Definitely. Uncle Bob, any tips on getting cheap car insurance for new drivers? Actually, I have a really good video on how to get cheap insurance. It's on the channel. If you go to the homepage, channel homepage, scroll down, 4 hacks to get cheaper insurance. That video helped a lot of people, and it's still helping people, and it will help you too. DGN, Clearview, Driving School TV for the win. Joshua, legend. Caitlin says, yeah, do it more. Big Mac Sam, thank you. Ricardo, nice one, man. Joshua, haven't driven in like 6 months, but haven't examined in a month. Hither Green. Hither Green's my fave. Hither Green is my actual favorite driving test center. The examiners are lovely. If you're going to Hither Green, who is that? Joshua, you're going to have a great time. You're going to have a great time just because the examiners are so nice. They're so nice. They're so friendly. They make you feel chill. They make you feel relaxed. Hither Green is the one. Yeah. Full confidence to you, Joshua, because yeah, you won't feel nervous with the examiners in Hither Green at all. Kevin Major, yes, keep it going. All right, cool. Ballum, take care. Thanks for Unexpected Live this afternoon at 2 p.m. You're welcome. Unexpected for all involved. Big Mac Sam, I do a pretty good American accent. I did hear it. Big Mac Sam, we're going to do a podcast, just so you know. And we're going to do joint lives because that'll be insanely fun. And we can then get questions from both sides of the pond, which I did today, to be fair. So yeah, examiners want you to pass. They do. Passed a year ago and finally saved for a new car. Windscreen chipped after 1 week. Oh shoot, that sucks. Damn, Noah, sorry to hear that, man. Normally though, insurance gives you windscreen replacement cover, so you shouldn't pay for that. Maybe you might have to pay an excess, but you shouldn't have to pay for the whole windscreen. Check with your insurance if you haven't already, and your insurance company should not charge you for that at all, or even just charge you 50 quid for the excess. What time is it over there? It's 3 p.m. Tudin, hey, what's the best car I've been in on a driving test? Also ask this on your test, guys. P.S. I got this from Francis himself. Yeah, I've said that a few times. Ask an examiner a question they're going to be interested in, and then they'll like you more. And then they'll be interested, and then they'll be thinking, and then not distracted from the driving test, but now you've created a community. You've created a link with an unknown stranger, and then it's much less stressful your driving test if you ask them a question like, what's the best car you've ever had on a driving test? Thanks for the line stream. Joined a bit late though. Joshua, no worries. I'll probably do this again. Yeah. Kevin Major, how many hours is your mock test? Hours. Bloody hell. How many hours is my mock test? Jesus Christ. It's about 30 to 40 minutes. It's 10 in the morning where you're at. Wow. Okay, cool. Kevin is in America. I'm not sure where. Alexa, what time is it Central Time?
In Central Time. It is currently the 23rd of January at 9:10 a.m.
Okay, so you're not in Central Time. That must mean you're on the West Coast. Cool. I'm really surprised that even though I failed my driving test in September, I'm still so positive about driving and always learning. Yeah, man, be positive, because like if you fail your driving test, even if it was sucky at the time, like it's still sucky now probably. When you pass, it's going to be a funny story that you can tell in the pub for sure, and you won't care. You won't care that you failed your driving test. You won't care. Most Americans drive automatic cars, just to let you know. I know, why? That's such a cop-out. Why do Americans drive automatic? And then it called it stick shift, like it's some nutty transportation method. Oh, I'm driving stick shift in my spaceship. No, man, it's just the standard. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to leave you with a thought. I haven't thought this through, and I haven't got the thought yet, but here's my thought of the day. If your instructor could be your driving examiner, how would that affect the driving test? Would you be for it? Would you be against it? Your instructor being your examiner, would that be something you support or not? How would that affect you? Because would it make you feel more relaxed? And is it a good idea? Should we think about implementing that as a policy? Because if you could drive with your instructor on your test, wouldn't your driving test be so much easier? You wouldn't have nerves because you'd know them already, right? Yeah. That's my thought for the day. I've got my opinion, but I'll leave that one to you. Claiming for a windscreen, no, that shouldn't affect your policy. But phone them anyway and ask them about windscreen replacement, because it should be part of your policy. It is for most people, definitely. Ricardo, thank you so much for being top commenter, bro. Really appreciate you. I appreciate you too. Driving is amazing. Driving is amazing. Driving is amazing. So partial driving testing, let the driving go. 50 minutes. Do you know what? I thought I was going to come on it for 5 minutes and then test the live stream and drink a can of Red Bull. But live stream's tested, batteries run out on the light, and I've had a lot of fun. Thank you guys, and I'll see you on Sunday for Eva's last mock test with her actual driving test results. That's this Sunday in the morning. Be there. I'll be there with you. Peace.